one of the world's top football stars, even towards the twilight of his career, remains as popular and visible as ever following his triumph with Argentina at the 2022 World Cup, where won the Golden Ball. His club future remains a constant discussion, and new reports claim that he could be on the brink of agreeing a move to Major League Soccer despite being under contract at his current side PSG, where his short-term deal expires soon. Amid all the rumors, reports that Messi will make the switch to join David Beckham's club now seem to have gained the most credibility. The Sporting News brings you the latest on Messi's contract situation as it pertains to a potential move to Major League Soccer. Messi set for Inter Miami switch. Reports that Lionel Messi would opt for a move to Major League Soccer have been floated for a while, though denials have often followed from certain quarters. However, on Wednesday, June 7th, Spanish journalist Guillem Balog claimed the decision had been made and the Argentine superstar would move to Inter Miami. This represents a major turnaround from a report on December 21st, 2022 from global journalist Fabrizio Romano, who said Messi had verbally agreed to remain at PSG, turning down other offers including one from Inter Miami. Romano's report stated that details of the new PSG contract extension, such as length or value, have not yet been determined. Instead, there is simply a verbal agreement to negotiate a new deal, as Messi wishes to remain in the French capital. Messi's start to life at the Parisian club was rocky, failing to reproduce his magical days at Barcelona and causing many to speculate that the end of his playing days was closer than we had imagined. Yet this season, he has shown new life, turning back the clock and proving that he still has plenty left in the tank. Now, after victory at the 2022 World Cup, it seems Messi wants to seek out a fresh challenge, and MLS will be the next stage to be graced by his singular talents. Lionel Messi to Inter Miami reports timeline according to a May 16, 2022 report by Alex Kendall of Argentine outlet Football Total Direct TV. Lionel Messi has agreed to terms of a contract with MLS side Inter Miami that will see the Argentine join in the summer of 2023. The report stated that as part of the contract, Messi will also acquire a 35% stake in the club, which according to Front Office Sports is worth over $200 million. There were immediate denials from Messi's camp, and Inter Miami declined to comment on the report when contacted by the Sporting News. That reported deal harkens back to the one David Beckham signed in January of 2007 that brought the English superstar to the LA Galaxy. Beckham's contract gave him the option to secure ownership in an MLS expansion club for the cut-rate fee of $25 million, an option which he then exercised in February of 2014. That eventually led Beckham to owning Inter Miami, which began play in 2020. Adding fuel to the fire was David Beckham's Instagram post that happened to be published on the day the report surfaced. The former PSG star and current Inter Miami owner posted a series of photos which showed Beckham alongside multiple PSG stars. The series included one photo of him and Messi shaking hands, with the caption, "It's always good to catch up with the PSG family." He was also pictured in other photos with Kylian Mbappe, Neymar, Sergio Ramos, and Marco Verratti. But only a few hours after the initial report of a deal with Inter Miami, there were immediate denials and questions about the credibility of the report. Messi's camp was quick to issue a strong denial, calling the report fake news. According to sources close to Messi, the player has not defined his future, nor does he have a short-term plan other than staying at PSG, read an article in Spain Sport. It went on to state that Messi will run down his PSG contract and only then determine his next step. While there's precedent for MLS to give extremely high-profile players a stake in a club in exchange for playing in the US for a time, a 35% stake would seem to be a high price to pay in exchange for Messi's allegiance for a few seasons. But it's also a potential creative business solution to leverage Messi's talent and profile with the player, reportedly on a salary of over $30 million per year at PSG. While the news of a potential ownership stake is new, this isn't the first time Messi has been linked to an MLS move, and the pattern continues to suggest the Argentine, who reportedly owns a home in South Florida, is open to playing in the United States. However, Messi's father and agent, Jorge, has also publicly stated that the player would also be open to a return to Barcelona. So there will be plenty of challengers for MLS to compete with. But Miami owner Jorge Mas has previously indicated his interest in acquiring Messi, telling the Miami Herald in June 2021, "Leo Messi is a generational player, arguably the best player of all time. I am optimistic Messi will play in an Inter Miami shirt because I think it will complete the legacy of the greatest player in our generation and will meet with the ambitions of the owners of Inter Miami to build a world-class team." According to an October 31st report by David Ornstein of The Athletic, Inter Miami co-owners Jorge Mas and Jose Mas have held numerous meetings with Lionel Messi's father and agent George Messi. Ornstein's report indicated that PSG were pushing hard to re-sign Messi in the summer of 2023, while Barcelona had also publicly harbored dreams of convincing Messi to return. There was, however, clear competition from the MLS side when it came to Messi's immediate club future. Yet Ornstein wrote that Inter Miami brass expect Messi to arrive and hope he will sign in the coming months, indicating an optimistic feeling within the club at the time that they would be successful at landing the superstar. The report stated that discussions have been taking place for a couple of years, and that there is increasing confidence that the proposed transfer will materialize. Messi's family already owns property in Miami, and Ornstein reports that a move to the city is an attractive proposal for the player and his family. There were similar upbeat reports from Real Madrid executives about their quest to sign Kylian Mbappé until the player made a sensational U-turn in the summer of 2022, returning to deep-pocketed PSG on a monster salary. It may be true that the MLS club feels confident of success, but that does not mean other parties are out of the running. Inter Miami and their co-owner David Beckham expected Messi to join them at the end of the European season and were prepared to make him the highest-paid player in the history of MLS, The Times reported on November 27, 2022. Club officials were confident Messi will finalize the agreement after the 2022 FIFA World Cup ends on December 18th, the outlet said, adding that Inter were also considering moves for two of his former Barcelona teammates, Luis Suarez and Cesc Fabregas, because they would complement Messi. The saga took on new momentum with Guillem Balaga's report that Messi had decided to make Inter Miami his next destination, ending his association with PSG. Lionel Messi contract, salary at PSG upon arriving in the French capital in the summer of 2021 from his longtime club Barcelona. Messi signed a 2-year contract at PSG with an option for a third season, which if exercised will take him into the summer of 2024. However,